in the audience, but when we had to set up, do you remember seeing how my drums were set up on the stage?
Yeah.
They were like almost hanging over the edge of the
right.
stage because we had to set up in front of Metal Church.
Yeah.
I was wearing some jeans that were probably a little too tight, and they had been ripped in the crotch at one time, and I hand sewed them back up, and I was playing that, and I was playing, hands ripped open, and I was from Indo at the time, so my junk was hanging out while I was playing, and I couldn't do a damn thing about it, and there was people right below me. I know they could see right up through the drums there,
Right.
So that was kind of embarrassing. I couldn't do nothing about it. So much for hand stitching my jeans together. I don't do that anymore.
You were free balling.
Yeah, I was. Oh God.
So man.
I don't know. I think that's the worst situation I think that I've ever encountered. Besides mechanically, kind of stuff always gets in the way, but I couldn't stop playing and say, "Hey, wait a minute! I gotta put some new shorts on or something." I couldn't, sat there working.
Yeah.
So what else for me?
So Matt,
what other kind of questions?
After all these years being in the music business, what do you think are the pros and cons in the music business now?
Well, the pros are that it's absolutely fun to play, man. I love playing. I mean, I like playing. Unfortunately, can't play all the time because I can't make any money at it anymore. The days of making a lot of money at music and stuff is kind of short-lived, I think, anymore. Not for metal anyway, I guess, There's some music out there that's still making a lot of money, and that's to me the pros and cons. I love playing, but I can't spend enough time doing it because I can't make any money at it.
Yeah. That's why you got your psych ward job.
Yep, you got it. But I'll be retiring pretty soon, so I'll be able to retire, and I'll be able to collect my, whatever pension and Social Security and all that stuff. I will still be playing, so I'll be able to spend a lot more time, pounding the drums out there for enjoyment.
All right. So what do you think about illegal downloading?
What do I think about it? I think it kind of sucks. I understand people wanting to take advantage of situations and like, hey, I can get this music for free and I can listen to all this stuff because it doesn't cost me anything. But it hurts the band. Can't do the same things that they used to do. Put out to buy the records and the discs and all that stuff. Help the bands get out and play more for everybody. And, just for what I was saying, if I was making money at it, we'd be able to spend more time playing. And if there's enough people that like us, then we can play for those people. It's just that simple. You can't get out there and play without expenses. You have, it just it costs money to play. Gas is expensive these days. It's not 70 cents a gallon anymore. So there's you got to get a couple bucks for what you do.
Yeah.
And if the people really want to hear the music from these guys, anybody, whether it's us or any other bands, they have to be willing to give the bands money. You know, and whether it's buying their materials, you know, their merchandise, or the music, you know, send us a check in the mail.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, the money be used for good things, you know.
Yeah.
Better stage show, better equipment, and get out there and play more often, you know. Hell, if everybody, if we could all make a living at being a musician, I mean, there'd be a lot more music out there, I think.
Yep. So now, I don't know, in Ohio, do you have any promoters that do pay-to-play shows out there?
Well, I know there's ones out there that exist. We don't pay attention to them. I don't like enabling that situation. You know, we're doing the NYDM show. I mean, that's Randy and stuff, and that's not how he works.
Right.
You know, no, the gigs with the festivals, that's not how they work. You know, they paid for us to get over there, and you know, gave us food and I think the traveling and stuff. So I mean, when it's like that, it's great. But I personally don't like enabling pay to play places. I don't go for it.
Right.
I'd rather not participate in their shenanigans, you know.
Yeah. So.
And it really kept me that other bands feel that they need to play those kind of places themselves cheap.
Yeah. So let me ask you another question, Matt.
Okay, you go right ahead.
What advice do you have for young bands that are coming out now?
You know, play because you like to play. Don't worry so much about making any money yet because doesn't come easy. You know, play for your heart. If you're really in it, well, it doesn't matter what kind of music you are. If you just want to play a position, you play. You just do it. You know, you find time, and it's like everything else in life. You know, whether you're working out or you're a jogger or a bicyclist or anything else that you find time for those things if you really like doing it. You know, and it's the same thing for music. If it's in your heart, you play for your heart. You don't play for anything else. You know, because it doesn't pay off really in that respect.
Yeah.
And you really have a lot of passion for what you. You know, maybe some benefits will come from it.
Yeah.
But you got to follow your heart.
Yep. You could.
Metal band, they think it's cool and stuff, but they want to. You know, it's like, well, do what you want to do. Do what's going to make you happy. Because if you're playing music and you're not happy, you may as well not be doing it.
Exactly.
That's what it's for. It's for your creativity and you happy. You got to start there first. You know, if you're looking like through their range up here and good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That way, it's play. You to think that you just like playing. That's my advice.
Yeah, you got.
So that's music. I think people play from their heart.
You gotta do it for the love of music.
Right. And it's not just metal. In that sense, would be what I'm in. But it can be anything, any kind of music. You know, whatever melts your butter.
So now, Matt, the song Skull Splitter, what's that song about?
It's about a beer. I think there was a beer called Skull Splitter that we experienced over in Germany. That's what that was written about. getting fucked up.
so
that was an easy one.
So let me ask you a couple of fun questions before we finish this interview. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food?
Yeah.
I love steak, filet. I love that. Filet steak, man. Medium rare. That's probably my favorite food.
What's your favorite beverage?
Man, that's tough. I drink a lot of different stuff. I mean, I want to say water. I like good clean water. I like to drink pop or anything like that. Beer's good because the best beer I like is the Distelhauser beer from Germany. I love that. That's great beer. Stellas and Peronis, I like those. I like the beers that don't have any preservatives and artificial shit in it, because that stuff gives you headaches. It gives me a headache anyway. So, but yeah, I don't want to say I'm a health nut, but I like to try to take care of myself. And, I try to drink that's decent, even though if I drink beer, that's not healthy to drink beer, but I try to drink beer that's clean. That makes any sense at all. But it's the best thing, I think.
So what are your top favorite bands?
That sounds crazy coming from a heavy metal guy, What's that?
What are your top favorite bands of all time? It doesn't have to be metal either.
Top favorite band?
Top favorite 5 bands of all time. Doesn't have to be metal.
Top favorite 5 bands. Oh my gosh. Well, for the longest time, except Restless and Wild album was like one of my favorite albums to listen to. I'd have to put them in a particular lineup with Udo and them guys together at the Restless and Wild album. That was good stuff there. I definitely like Led Zeppelin. I can't get away from them. Let's see. I like Rammstein.
How about Rush?
I like Rush. I in small portions. I like their compositions and the music they write and stuff. I'm not a big fan of Geddy Lee's voice though.
Black Sabbath?
But they did Black Sabbath, yeah, for sure. Man, that was the beginning of Black Sabbath and Deep Purple. God. Yeah. Stuff too, favorite modern bands, I guess. Old Blue Oyster Cult, Hoople, and days in the 60s and 70s. I was listening to the Doors and shit when they came out. So, there's so much music in my library. It's hard to really pinpoint stuff. Because everybody has good and bad songs. Hate to say it, but there's even country songs that I like to listen to because they're just good songs.
Right.
And they're played well, or they just got a good thing going for them. I couldn't really tell you right off the top of my head though what country band I like. I'm not a huge fan of country, but I know that there's some songs that I like. But yeah, my roots are in rock and roll and Jimi Hendrix and Black Sabbath and a lot of the 70s bands. Hell, I have a hard time even remembering all of them that I used to listen to and stuff that I don't listen to anymore.
Yeah. That's good.
But there was...
It's good to listen to diverse music, though.